There's been something stirring in me all week, and I think it's time that we talk about it. Because the truth is, I have been tired. And not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I think some of you might feel it too. This season of life is full. I work a full-time job. I come home and I pour into my family. And then I pour even more into building the Tribe of Lion, which is growing into something so much bigger than we ever dreamed of. And it's exciting and it's beautiful, but it's also a lot. And the part that people don't see is what it costs. Because success is loud, but sacrifice is silent. And this week, in the busyness of, everything, I started to really feel it. That familiar pull towards hustle, that temptation to keep pushing through instead of pulling away to be with God. That whisper of, if you just do a little more, then maybe everything will finally feel like enough. But let me tell you something that I am learning again. Hustle will not heal what only holiness can. Because the goal was never to do it all. The goal was to walk with Him through it all. And some days I do that really well. And then there are other days that I just let my feelings lead instead of my faith. But I am reminded over and over again that feelings are terrible leaders. They will convince you that you are failing when God is just refining you. They'll let you give up when God is calling you deeper. There's a scripture in Hebrews 12 verse 1-2 says, "Let us run with endurance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." Not our feelings, Jesus. And I want to pause here and honor my husband, Felix, because I know I talk a lot about what I carry, but he carries so much too. He raises our son full time. He carries the weight of our home. He runs our downtown LA event space, and he supports every single thing that I do. And I know that I am not walking through this season alone, and I never want to paint a picture like I am, because Felix is the one who picks up what I drop, who creates the space for me to show up in all of these roles, and who steadies our family when I feel unsteady. And this kind of partnership, it's rare, and I'm grateful. But even with the best partner in the world, life still gets heavy, and especially when you care deeply about doing it well. And so many of us are doing so much. We live in a hustle culture. We are working, we're parenting, we're building, we're praying, we're hoping, and you wonder if it's enough. And I get it. Some days I feel like I am living in fast forward and I can't find the pause button. But even in that, I hear God gently reminding me that I didn't call you to do everything. I called you to do the right things with me. In Matthew 11:28-30, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, and you will find rest for your souls." Not rest from responsibility, but rest in Him. Because what good is building something great if I am too burnt out to enjoy it? And what good is success if it costs me my peace? And that's why I've been thinking a lot actually about Revelation lately. Not just the book, but the wake-up call that it gives. In Revelation 3:15-16, it says, "I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. But because you are lukewarm, I am about to spit you out of my mouth." That is really hard to hear. But it's also an invitation. Because we are not meant to sleepwalk through this life. And we are not called to do Jesus light, just enough to be safe, but not enough to be set apart. We were made for more than survival. We were made to steward His glory in the middle of an ordinary life. And so, yes, I have dreams, big ones. And yes, I'm in a season of sowing and sacrifice, but more than anything, I want to be obedient, not just productive. I want to be holy, not just hustling. And when I look at our life now, I know that we're in an answered prayer. We're in a home that feels like peace. My commute is shorter. Lion has space to play. Felix and I have space to breathe. And even though the weight is real, so is His grace. And so today, I just want to encourage someone, don't measure your faith by your feelings. Anchor your faith in who God is, not how you feel. In Galatians, there's a verse in Galatians 6, verse 9. And it says, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And if you're in a season where you are questioning your capacity or your calling, I just want to remind you that God chose you for this. And you can do hard things, not because you're strong, but because He is. So here is your reminder. Stop glorifying the grind. Start glorifying God. Bring Him into the middle of your chaos. Don't take on more. Take it to Him. Because you were never meant to carry all of this alone. And remember, He's not asking you to do everything. He's asking you to do the things that He asked you to do, with your eyes fixed on Him. And until next time, let's love more, let's strive less, and I'll see you at the next PSA. Oh, this is a hard message to receive, and I'm preaching to myself in LA in the middle of hustle culture, but I know that holiness over hustle is how we stay close to God and how we walk in His purpose. If you enjoyed this message, share it with the first person that comes to mind. We have an entire playlist made for you and those around you. Give them a listen, and we'll see you in the next one.